Hey everybody, Trelissa here, and I wanted to come and share something with you guys before I go to bed. This has been on my heart for a while now to share, and I've been going back and forth in my mind thinking if I should post this or not, because I really hold this experience close to me. I've only shared it with a few others, but what really pushed me to come sit in front of this camera right now is a YouTuber named Cleam NAIJA. She shared a dream that God gave her, and in this dream God came back and it was judgment day, so everyone is lined up and she's in line to be judged. And when it came to be her turn to be judged, God said, "Depart from me, I do not know you." And that means basically that she didn't get to make it into heaven. And the things that she said in this video after she talked about her dream, it was very inspiring and it blessed me. And not only did it bless me, but I am very sure that it blessed so many others. So if you're interested in seeing her video, go ahead, it's linked in the description box. Her video will bless your soul, believe me. But anyway, I took her video, watching that, it was like a confirmation for me to just go ahead and share this experience that I had when I was about 14 or 15 years old. I was about 14 or 15 years old, and it was summer break, but that entire summer the weather was just really iffy, and it was crazy weather that we were having. There was barely any sunlight, and it was just clouds. And it wasn't just like just regular old clouds. It was like storm clouds all the time. That entire summer there was barely any days where it'll be clear skies and white clouds. It was just gray clouds, storm clouds. And these clouds, they weren't just, hovering. They were like moving in a circle. Like, that's all you see every single day. And that wasn't the part that scared me. What scared me was every day on the news, it was always a tornado watch every single day. Thunderstorm watch, thunderstorm. I don't think we had thunderstorm warnings. No, we didn't have any thunderstorms, but it was just a thunderstorm watch and tornado watch every single day. And I would get scared because I'm scared of tornadoes. I hate tornadoes. And at that time I was really scared of them because a couple of years, or maybe like a year, it wasn't that far, that early, if that makes sense. But either way, it was maybe a couple of years before this, there was a tornado warning, and I was at my aunt's house. And the day, it was a beautiful day, clear skies and everything, and all of a sudden we heard the siren and there was a tornado warning. We all go in her house. All of a sudden the weather just turned horrible, just like that, and a tornado went past our house. It didn't come down, but we saw it trying to come down in front of her house. And we see lightning, different colored lightning. I've never seen red lightning, you guys. And that was crazy. And there's wires coming down. My mom's car moved at least an inch or two up. That's how powerful that tornado was. And it was crazy. Like, that scared me. My little cousin, I think he was maybe 10 or 9. He was really young at that time. And he went in the bathroom and threw up and came back. You see, throw up on his shirt. He was so scared. And I would have done the same thing. I was scared out of my mind. So so now we're fast forwarding. So when those tornado watches were happening every single day, I was getting creeped out. I was scared. Sometimes I would call my mom while she's at work, and I would talk to her to try to get rid of the jitters and stuff. She told me to pray, and I'd pray, and I would look outside and see the clouds just swirling around. It was so creepy. I've never seen anything like that before. And I would just sit there and wonder by the window, and I would look outside like, why is this happening? What is going on? And on the news, they'll show the diagram of the clouds swirling around. It's crazy. And they just wouldn't go away. So one day I'm watching Dora the Explorer, and I think it was about to be noon. It was close to noon, and I just got a little tired. So I take a little quick nap, and I start having a dream. In this dream, I'm waking back up from the nap, and I'm like, oh, wow, that was quick. Dora's still on, and her and Boots, they looking for what? I don't know what they looking for. They going somewhere, and all of a sudden, I start hearing a choir singing, and they're singing, "We've Come This Far by Faith." And I didn't see the choir at all. I just hear their voices singing, and their voices, it sounded like it was coming from the living room or the kitchen. I was sleeping in my mom's room because she has the best bed ever, and it's twice as big as my bed. And usually I would sleep in her bed in the summer because it was a lot more comfortable and way bigger. So I'm in my mom's room, and down the hallway I'm just hearing a choir. I don't see them at all, anything. Immediately I put the covers over my head. I'm freaking out, and I'm looking through the sheets, and they're singing the chorus, "We come this far by faith." So they're singing the chorus, and I'm freaking out under the covers, and I'm looking, I'm like, I don't see nobody. And I went to grab my cell phone, and it's not working. Like, I couldn't get it to work at all. The screen wouldn't light up or anything, so I'm pressing it, and I'm just like, what is going on? So I just hold my phone, I'm going under the covers. I was trying to call my mom. That's what I was trying to do, because I was scared out of my life. And all of a sudden, after the choir finishes the chorus, it goes silent. Like, everything goes silent for a few seconds, and I'm like, okay, I need to wake up. But then I hear the voice of God, y'all. Like, oh my God. Oh, getting goosebumps. Oh my God. Okay, so I heard a voice of God, and it was like a booming voice. Like, he wasn't mean, he didn't sound angry or anything, but it was an authoritative voice. Like, when you hear his voice, you know that he has authority. I'm just gonna say that. And he says, "I am the Lord, which most have forgotten." And right after he said that, I jumped out of that notification, I'm sorry. And right as he finished saying that, I woke up. I literally jumped. I was so scared, y'all. While he was talking, my eyes got so wide. When I was hiding under covers, I was like, oh my God. I don't even think I was breathing. I think I stopped breathing. I was shook. I was shaking under the covers. My eyes were wide. I was barely breathing. I woke up. I jumped up and sat up in the bed. I immediately called my mom, and I was crying, and I told her what happened in the dream. And I told her, I've never had a dream like that before. I'm just going off on the phone. Like, I was so scared. And she talked to me. She was being calm and whatnot, but I was shook, y'all. I did not go back to sleep that day. Oh my God, I was so scared. And to this day, I've never had a dream like that. I've never dreamed of God's voice. I've never dreamed of hearing his voice at all. And to this day, I do believe that he was talking to me, because I think he knows that I knew something was going on because of the weather. I mean, every day a tornado watch, thunderstorm watch, and the clouds just swirling like that, and they wouldn't go away until it was the next season, y'all. And I really think that he was trying to talk to me. And there's things that God would do to get our attention, and I think that weather that was happening that year, he was trying to get our attention, most definitely. And he got mine. He always had my attention, but with that weather right there like that, it really had mine. And I believe I was, he chose to talk to me and to tell me, this is what he was doing, because people forgot about God. And that dream was on my mind for days. I told one of my pastors about it, and I told him what he said, and I told him I don't understand what he's trying to tell me. What does that mean? And he told me that God just doesn't want me to forget about him. Simple as that. And I believe that so many people have forgotten about God. And I want to tell you all, he wants me to tell you all to not forget about him. All these things are going on these days, and I know it's so easy to lose faith and to question things, but do not forget about God. I know there are so many things going on in this world, and it's easy to lose faith, but God does not want you to forget about him. He is real, y'all, and he is here. If you're going through trials right now, please do not forget about God. All you have to do is just talk to him about all of your worries and hand it right over to him, and he will take care of it, y'all. The battle is not yours, it is his. Please do not forget about God. Don't go out handling things on your own and not ask for God's help. You shouldn't be going out trying to handle things by yourself like that anyway, because it's going to fall right through, because you are doing it in vain. You need to go to God and let him handle it. Give it all to him, and keep your mind on God, not on those things that have you worrying. So many people, they'll go to church, they'll read the Bible, but they forget to pray. Y'all, you gotta pray. Prayer is so important, and it's so crazy how so many people, they'll look down on that, but no, you gotta pray. You pray by yourself, pray with others, y'all. Prayer is the answer. If we humble ourselves and pray, all of us just pray, God will heal this land. If everybody on this earth humble themselves and pray, he will heal the land. And that is the answer to ending all of this violence, ending all of this craziness. But again, please do not forget about God. When you're going through trials, call on him and he will fix it. He will help you. He wants to do that. He wants you to come to him. He's yearning for your attention. Do you know that the Holy Spirit is living inside of you, and he is yearning for your attention. He's just sitting inside of you, waiting for you to ask him for help, to ask him for anything. He wants to help you, and he's just sitting there waiting for you to talk to him, waiting for you. He's not going to force you to talk to him. He may send people to remind you that, he is there and he wants to talk to you. He wants you to have a relationship with him. And all you got to do is just get on your knees and pray and talk to God, and he'll be right there. If you are doing well for yourself and you're just too busy, please make time for God. Do not forget about him. You didn't get to where you are by yourself. God helped you get up there. Please do not forget about him. Make time for him. You can listen to sermons. You can read the Bible. Going to church is also making time for him. Praying and talking to God is making time for him. That is how you have a relationship with God, and that is how you get closer to him. The more you do that, the more you start to see his power. The more you start to see him for who he is, and you begin to learn who he really is, and you just start to think like, wow, God, he is amazing, and he's a great God. Like, he's this big wondrous spirit, but it's so simple and so easy just to get closer to him, to talk to him. It's not that hard. It really isn't. Do not forget about God when other people come to you ridiculing your faith and they begin to tell you how to live. Do not forget about God. Some of them will come up to you and try to deter you from your faith. Do not let their lifestyle and what they're going through and what's happening to them make you question God, make you question his existence in the Bible, and make you turn away from God. Do not forget about God. But most of all, I want you all to never forget about God, because God never forgot about us. He first loved us. He has loved us from the jump. He sent his son to die for us. He continues to bless us and to keep us. And all he's doing is he's waiting for us to come back to him, y'all. He wants us to come back to him. And he's not forcing it. He's just standing there waiting. He'll send people to you to speak to you, to remind you that he's still there and he's watching you. But he's not going to force you to come to him. He wants you to do it on your own. And when you come to him, you guys, angels in heaven, they celebrate. God celebrates. He loves it when you come back to him. You don't have to wait, y'all. Ain't no waiting. There's no such thing as waiting till I get myself together. He wants you to come to him in the condition that you are in. And he wants to do all the fixing for you. You can't do it on your own, y'all. You need God to help you. Only God can fix you. Only God can turn you around and straighten out all those kinks in your life and get all that dirt out of your heart and clean up your spirit and give you a clear mind and a peace that surpasses all understanding. Only God can do that. And he can only do that when you turn around and you go to him in the condition that you are in right now. There are a lot of people who think that God won't accept them how they are, but he does. He accepts you right now. And when you go to him, all he's gonna do is just start cleaning you up. He's gonna take this out of your life, take all this negativity out of your life. He's gonna wash your heart. He's going to fix you all up. It's going to be a spiritual makeover, and it's going to start on the inside first, then it's going to come right out, and you'll see it physically all over you, inside and out. And that's what God wants to do for you. He wants to do that for you. He doesn't want to tear you down. He doesn't want to hurt you. And there's some people that think that God is just this big, mean spirit God. No, God is love. He is the definition of love. And he's the creator of it. God is not complicating at all. We make having a relationship with him complicating. But God is not complicating at all. He's not mean. He's not violent. He is a loving God, and all he wants to do is love us and bless us. And he will do all of these things once we turn our lives around and give our life to him. And again, there is no such thing as waiting until I get myself together. God is going to get you together. You cannot get yourself together on your own. You have to turn to God in the condition that you are in. I cannot stress it enough. You need to turn to God in the condition that you are in, because you cannot fix yourself on your own. You need God, y'all. Please do not forget about God, because you're going to be sitting there waiting and waiting, you know, saying, no, I'm going to get myself together another day. I'm going to wait till this period of time till I get myself together. And then when that time comes, you're going to be like, I'm going to wait till then to get myself together. And before you know it, God is going to be back. Jesus is going to be walking the earth, and we're going to be judged. And you just wasted all that time and did not get yourself together. You didn't. And it's not about getting yourself together. You didn't allow God to get yourself together, to get you back on track towards the kingdom, because we're all here on this earth temporarily. That is why we need to turn our lives over to God. There is a heaven and there is a hell. I don't want to go in a fire. I want to go and live eternally with my Father, and we're just going to be up there chilling, happy 24/7. And I can't wait to see that. It's going to be so beautiful. And I know where I'm going. I know I'm going to heaven, and I want you all to come with me too. And that is why I'm sitting in front of this camera and telling you about this dream and letting y'all know that God has not forgotten about you. And he wants you to come back to him. He doesn't want to lose you. He wants you to live, and to live for him. So please do not forget about God. Please do not forget about God, because he hasn't forgotten about you, and he will never forget about you. He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. So please do not forget about God. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if it blessed you, whatever, if it got you feeling good. Please give it a thumbs up. All of my social media is down below, and I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired and my throat is dry, my lips are dry. I'm tired. But good night, y'all. God bless you guys, and share this with whoever you think needs this. But alright, I'll see you guys in another video.